EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. We go from SoFi Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Play fake. Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And caught by Trimble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Fighting to stay upright. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's now 3rd down.
Now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Afitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this time, Tua is going to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Takes to midfield but no further, just a yard there. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This defense for the Niners, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury and having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover. This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to let this one go deep. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tua. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Now
yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Allen. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. It fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And some space here. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. To the right side, this is Taylor. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on a field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Watch one. Another 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Going up top for Cup. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for L.A.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The final shot before half for Rodgers. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor as time expires in the first half. And the Rams have taken the lead.
And my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn into a long gain. Or make...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face their down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Hey, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation, very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays,
take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Going up top for Cobb. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On 1st down, Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 49ers, 47-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. This is caught by Williams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Niners' 8-yard line.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from a strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he goes out right around the 39.
And I think there defensively, they were so intent on stopping the run that they kind of got caught out of position. This is just a simple pitch and catch for a first down.
2 now on first down. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A lot of tired bodies on that field. This is a big play, 3rd and goal. Pollard. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Tua on 4th down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Pass complete to Taylor, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Rodgers to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And running with power here. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Niners 24, Rams 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you get the first down against our defense by that decision.
On second down, it's Taylor, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for San Francisco, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.